Hi friends, welcome to the Diamond Group of Institutions online classes. Myself Govind Rao, senior lecturer in mathematics. Today we are going to continue. The chapter is determinants and this is lecture number 4. Already I have completed totally 3 lectures. Okay. So now I am going to continue the 4th lecture. In this I have taken the property number 5. Yes. So observe students. So actually we are having one of the 4 marks from the determinants. Yes. So that 4 marks we can have from the exercise 4.2. Remember this. We are having the 4 marks from the determinant chapter. Yes. And from which region we are having the 4 marks in the NCERT board means from the exercise 4.2 only. Okay. Actually this exercise 4.2 is again depending upon the properties of the determinant. Remember. Yes. Determine properties of the determinant. This exercise 4.2 which is depending upon the again the properties of the determinant. Yes, that's why I am going to say in this total 6 properties are having, each and every property is very important one. Yes, without properties we can't do the problems in exercise 4.2. And one more thing, exercise 4.2 is very important because from that we are having one 4 marks question. Okay, and parallelly I will say what are the important questions are there in the NCERT board. Okay, which questions asked in the previous years. Definitely I will cover all the questions and I will say which question is asked for how many marks. Yes. So now see this is the property number 5 here. If some or all elements of a row, if some or all elements of a row or column of a determinant are expressed as sum of 2 or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as sum of 2 determinants. Sum of 2 determinants. Sir, we are not able to understand what you are writing there. Yes. And what is this? Yes, we are not able to understand here. Yes, no worry about this. See here, what he is going to say for us means, if sum or all elements, if sum or all elements of a row or a column of a determinant, sum or all elements of, suppose we are taking one of the row. See, this is the example happening. Yes. Suppose if we are taking the first row. Observe. This is the R1 or not. If we are taking the first row, sum or all elements. Yes, in this 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are there. Yes. Okay. Sum or all elements of the first row. We are writing in place of row first row. Yes. Sum or all elements of, we are taking here R1. Sum or all elements of R1 of the determinant in this determinant are expressed as sum of the 2 terms, 2 or more terms. Sum of the 2 terms we are taking here. See this is the R1. Yes, this is the R1. Now in this, whatever the elements are there, so in the first element, how many terms are there? Yes sir, 2 terms are there. Sum of the 2 terms, A1 and lambda 1. A1 and lambda 1, 2 terms are there, they are the sum of the 2 terms. Yes. And second one report, A2 plus lambda 2. Again this is the sum of the 2 terms. And the third element is what? Sum of the again 2 terms. Yes, he is going to see that one only. Yes. What is that? Take the sum or all elements of the R1, yes, in this determinant are expressed as the sum of the 2 terms. Yes, this is expressed as the sum of the 2 terms or not? This is the R1. Once again I am going to repeat. I will say very slowly, no need to get worry about this. See here, this is the R1, this is the determinant. In this we are taking the R1. Yes, by taking the R1, what I am going to say means 1, 2, 3 elements are there. By observing the first element, in this having the sum of the 2 terms are not A1 and lambda 1. There are 2 terms. Sum of the 2 terms. Again this is what? Sum of the 2 terms. Again this is what? Sum of the 2 terms. Up to here we have completed. See once again. Yes or no? Up to here we have completed or not? Next, see the continuation for this. Then, if the sum of the 2 terms is there now, then what will happen? Then the determinant can be expressed. Then the determinant can be expressed as sum of 2 terms. Sorry, sum of 2 determinants. Yes or no? Then the determinant can be expressed as sum of 2 determinants. So now I will write from this So this is one of the determinant given for us. Yes. Now see here. Suppose we are observing the R2. This is the R2. In this, elements are having, but by observing the first element, how many terms are there? So only one term is there, B1. By observing the second element, only one term is there. By observing the third element, only one term is there. Yes or no? By observing the first row, so in the first element, there are two terms are there, A1 and lambda1. A2 and lambda2. This is the second element. In this again having the two terms. And be careful how we are observing. There is sum of the elements, sum of the terms. Again, this is what sum of the terms. Yes or no? Suppose the determinant is giving like this. So what we can do? So what we can do means we are going to say then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of the two determinants. Sum of the, they are right there what? Sum of the two determinants. Yes, I will write. See here. So first I am taking this. Here is the determinant from this. By obtaining the R1 in this first element, what is the first term? A1. First we have to write the first term. Yes. In the second element also we have to write the first element. Remember that. In the third also we can write the first element. Remember. Yes. Completed now. After that, again in this second row, third row, we have to write as B1, B2, B3, and third one also sir C1, C2, C3. Yes. Up here, what is the concept? Next, after that, we have to say in between having this is the element in this. There are two terms are there in between having the plus or minus. Yes, plus sir. So just we have to write here plus. Okay. So by writing the plus, then C. Now I will write here the one more determinant. Yes. How we are writing one more determinant? So in the first element, no need to observe the first term now because we got here already first term. We have to write the second term, lambda 1. Yes. And in the second element, second term, lambda 2. In the third element, second term, that is lambda 3. Or after writing the first row, again we have to write the second and third row as usual. No changes in the second and third. See B1, B2, B3, C1. Yes, third C2, C3. So what you people are observing from this? See now. So just I have take the example and I have explained the property number 5. Are you able to understand? Having any doubt in this? So once again I will repeat here. Say if some or all elements, means these all are the elements actually. 1, 2, 3. These all are the elements. Yes or no? Some or all elements of the row. Yes, in the row. You can take a row or column. Okay. Just I am giving the explanation by taking the row only. So some or all elements of a row of a determinant are expressed as the sum of the two terms. Yes, which is going to express here what sum of the two terms or not. So okay, on that term what we can write? Then the determinant can be expressed as sum of the two determinants. See, this is the first determinant. This is what? Second determinant. Yes, this is the first determinant. And this is what? Second determinant. We can write the sum of the two determinants. Sir, again the one of the student he will ask the question. What is the question means? Sir, suppose in the first element, in the first row, suppose we have like this a1 plus lambda 1 plus some whatever the value you are taking mu1. Yes. So like that again mu1 plus mu2 plus mu3 like this. Means which is the sum of, yes, sum of we are taking the sum of the three terms in this. Yes or no? So suppose in the R1 having the sum of the three terms, what we will do? On that time we have to write in the determinant can be expressed as sum of the three determinants. Yes, sum of the three determinants. Actually, in this having the three terms, na, that's why the determinant can be expressed as the sum of the three determinants. Remember that. Yes, this is the concept about the property number 5. And again, I have taken one more example here. That is example 10 from our textbook only. Okay, so we will see here. So now show that we have to show that this determinant is equal to 0. So we will see how we are getting the determinant value is equal to 0. First we are taking the LHS. Yes, but in the LHS A, B, C, A, B, C. Next one is what? A plus 2x and B plus 2y and C plus 2z. Yes or no? C plus 2z. Next one is x, y, z. Yes. Next, see here. First I am going to apply the property. Yes. Which property? Property number 5. They are according to R2 in this. This is R2. First element, second element, third element. Okay, each and every element which is sum of the two terms are not same. First element sum of the two terms, second element again sum of the two terms, third element also sum of the two terms. Yes or no? If any row or any column which is the sum of the two or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of the two or more determinants. Yes or no? So that's why I'm writing here. See, now just I will rub this. Okay. See, I have taken this LHS as here. Okay, because of there is not enough space for us. Now I will write. We are applying the property number 5. First, see, in the second row, the elements are sum of the two terms. Yes or no? So now I am writing the two determinants. So first, in the first row, having the single terms, that's why we have to write A, B, C. Okay? A, B, C. After that, we are observing the second row. If you are observing the second row here, in this sum of the two terms, first we have to write the first term, A. And in the second element, again first term. In the third, again first term. Completed. And the last one is X, Y, Z. Or and after that, see, in between having plus now, that's why we are writing plus. Next. See here, in this again we have to take the first row because of in this having the single elements only, means single terms are having yes or no. So that's why. Next one is, so again the second row. How will we write the second row? Means already we have taken the first term, so we have taken the second term. सभी जनों को समझ में तो आ रहा है ना सर? अगर आप लोगों को कंफ्यूज लग रहा है, अगर आप लोग टोटली में इंग्लिश में बोल रहे हो तो कंफ्यूज भी लग रहा है तो आप लोग सर हिंदी में बोलो के कमेंट भी कर सकते हैं आप लोग. ओके, सो सी हियर नाउ वी आर राइटिंग द फर्स्ट रो एडिटर एंड इन द सेकंड रो आई एम राइटिंग द सम ऑफ द टू टर्म्स इज देयर ना, दैट्स व्हाई सो 2x again this is 2y again 2z. Okay, second term and again last row which is editor. Completed. Okay, so this is the property number 5 or not say sum of the two terms in the second row. We are going to express it as the sum of the two determinants. After writing this, now see, we are using the property number 3 and property number 4 here. From the property number 4 we have completed. You people also say, तुम लोग ही बोल सकते हैं मुझे सर यहाँ पे देखो कि determinant 3 determinant है, first determinant है, सर ये property 3 अपन अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. Yes or no? See, this is the first row, this is the second row. In this, row 1, row 2, they are identical or not? If the any two rows or any two columns are identical, that is the property number 3 or not? We can write answer is 0. But you have to write here, since we are using, which one we are using, we have to write using property 5. After that we are using the what again? Using property number 3. Next is the next one. Yes, answer for this is completed. Next is the second property, second determinant. Second row and third row, they are proportional or not? Actually, it is property number 4. If any two rows or any two columns they are proportional, what will happen? Again, the determinant is what? 0. Yes. Suppose you are not able to understand, there is a one node, but taking the 2 is outside. Again, x, y, z, x, y, z. Again, they are identical. Again, the result is what? 0. So we have to write property number 3. We are using again what? Property number 4 also. Then the answer for this is what? 0. This is a very simple property. Okay. Suppose the determinant is a determinant any row or any column. Okay. Having the sum of the two terms. Okay. Then we are going to express the determinant has the sum of the two determinants. That is the way we are doing in this. Okay. So we will see the property number 6. See. Now observe here, this is the property number 6. Again, this is a very important one. Yes, the value of the determinant remains same if we apply the operation Ri tends to, we have to read like this, Ri tends to Ri plus K into Rj, or Ci tends to Ci plus K into Cj. Okay, so there are two operations are having here. Out of this, suppose we are applying any one property. Okay, if you are applying the property for this determinant, again the value of this determinant won't be changes. Okay, this is the very simple property here, property number 6. No need to get the confusion about this. Okay, Because of the meaning of this property, suppose I am giving this determinant. Yes, if I am giving this determinant here, okay, by giving this determinant, if I apply the property, if I apply the operation for this, okay, this one or this one, out of these two you can take any one. If I apply any one operation here for this determinant, again the result of this one you will get the same. Otherwise, if you are not applying any operation for this determinant, just we are going to expand the determinant of this, whatever the result we are having, by applying the operation also we will get the same result. This is the meaning of this operation property. Yes. So see here, just I will explain this by taking this example. This is the determinant or not? Yes. So this is the determinant. Suppose we are going to expand this by taking the plus minus plus yes by expanding along the R1. Suppose we got whatever the result we are having. If we apply the operation for this, by applying the operations, we are bringing the determinant for this, and definitely we can have the same result. Whatever the result we are getting by expanding this. Okay, मैं आप लोगों को और एक बात बोलता हूँ इधर देखो, ये मेरे पास determinant था, मैं इसे expand कर दे जा रहा हूँ. Yes, अगर मैं इसे expand कर दिया 20 के determinant, just I got some 20 answer or 30. Okay, suppose if I apply these operations for this determinant, by applying the operation, suppose I am doing the solution for this determinant, again you will get the answer is 20. बोल तो आंसर में कुछ भी चेंजेस नहीं होते अगर ये ऑपरेशन अगर डिटरमिनेंट को अप्लाई करें तो यही कांसेप्ट है प्रॉपर्टी नंबर 6. Yes, are able to understand here what I am going to say? So that's why by taking the determinant, now I am going to apply the property operations for this. Yes. So now see, this is the operation I am going to apply. R1 tends to R1 plus K into R3. So in case of I am taking I is equal to 1 and in case of J what we are writing there? 3. Okay, R1 tends to R1 plus K into R3. Yes, we are taking this operation. Now I am going to apply the operation for this. Sir, how we are going to apply the operation is, this is the R1. See, this is a very important one, how we are going to apply the operations. Because of, if you are doing the exercise 4.2, again we have to apply the operations, again we have to apply the properties also. Okay, so that's why, see here how I am going to apply this operation, row operation for this. Now this is the R1, this is the R2. Yes or no? What we are writing? R1 plus, R1 is nothing but see this element. Yes, R1 plus A1 plus. Yes, K into, yes, A. What is R3? Corresponding to the element A1 we have to check there. In the R3 corresponding to the A1, what is that? C1. So we have to write C1. Yes, like that we have to write all the elements, not only first element, we have to continue the second, again what? Third also. Next see here, this is the A2, which is present in where? R1. Yes, we have to write here. A2. Again what? Plus see here, plus K into R3. Corresponding to A2, what is present in R3? That is C2. So like that you have to write C. Yes sir, I have already. A1 plus K into C1. A1 plus K into C1. Yes. Again A2 plus K into C2. After that A3 plus K into C3. Yes. A3 plus K into C3. Sir, where we have to write? If you are applying this operation, where we have to write A1 plus K into C1, A2 plus K into C2 means that you will see the orders of that. Where we have to write. Whether we are writing R1 or R2 or R3, just you will give the orders for that. So we have to write there only. This is the R1. Yes. So in the R1 only we have to write. That's why I wrote that in the R1 only. Whatever the operation we are doing, yes, the operation we have to write. We will say the order. Suppose there is R1, we have to write the total result in R1. If this is the R2, we have to write in R2. If this is the R3, we have to write in R3. That's all. Okay. Next. And B, what is that? R2 and R3, they are same. No need to change, no need to make the changes in this because we are applying the operation for only one what? R1 only. Yes sir, no? Are you able to understand here? See, R1 tends to R1 plus K into R3 is nothing but we are going to add R1 and R3, okay? But for R3 we are multiplying with what? K. Yes? We can suppose I am going to say for you people add the R1 plus R3 means you will write here what? A1 plus C1 again A2 plus C2 again A3 plus C3. Simply we can write like this. So suppose I will say K into R3. K into R3 is nothing but what will happen? We are multiplying the constant K for whom? For R3. So on that time A1 plus some K into C1. A2 plus K into C2. A2 plus A3 plus K into C3. Yes, we got the R1 here. See. These two are equal to each other or not? So this is the very simple one. Yes, and this will say to us, this is the address we are writing there. In the R1 only we are doing the operation. Okay. If after completion of the operation for R1, so R2 and R3 we have to write as usual here. Yes, I am writing as usual. Yes. So after that, I will apply the property for this. See here, just I am going to apply the property. Which property, sir? That means property number 5. What is the property number 5? Sum of the two terms can be if any row or any column having the sum of the two or more terms in that element. So what we can do? We have to split. We can express that the sum of the two determinants. Yes or no? That is the property number 5. So that's why this is the sum of the two terms or not. Again, this is the sum of the two terms. Again, so I will apply the property number 5 is. Now see the A1, again A2, again A3. Yes. In the first row, the first two terms we are writing. After that, R2 and R3 as usual. B1, B2, B3. Yes. Again C1, C2, C3. Completed now. Then in between having in the R1, in between the two terms is plus. That's why you have written. Okay. Next here, again we have written K into C1. Again K into C2. Again K into C3. Yes. Then B1. Again R2, R3 as usual. We are not able to change this there. C1, C2, C3. Okay. We have applied the property number 5. Yes. Next to see, after applying the property number 5, I will write here first row, second row, third row. Yes, by applying all the three rows, definitely this is the delta or not? Yes, delta. But this is what delta 1. So I will write here delta 1 is equal to this total part is delta. Yes or no? Plus, see here R1 and R3, they are proportional to each other or not? R1 and R3. They are proportional to each other. Proportional is nothing but their property number 4. Yes sir, these two are proportional to each other because C1, C2, C3, here also C1, C2, C3. Okay, so just here what by taking the 3 is outside common. So again it will be C1, C2, C3. They are two, R1 and R2 are what? Identical. Yes or no? If they are identical or if they are proportional, then the determinant is what? 0. That's why remember what we got from this delta 1 is equal to delta. Means we can see here by applying the operations again the determinant value is what? Same. Yes or no? So we will see after this example 11. See, this is the example 11. So we have completed totally 6 properties. Yes. So just we can start the one by one examples. Okay. What are the examples we are going to start here? Again we are applying the 6 properties. Yes. See, we are taking the example 11 in this LHS case. I will take the LHS A plus B, A plus B plus C, again 2A, 3A plus 2B, 4A plus 3B plus 2C, 3A plus 6A plus 3B, next 10A plus 6B plus 3C. Yes. So this is the determinant LHS what we have taken. So we have to prove that here what? A cube. Okay. So after here, suppose without applying any operation, so just we are going to expand along the R1, definitely we will get the A cube. Yes. So actually this is the example which is related to the property number 5, property number 6, last property. Yes. Property number 6, which is related to which one? Property number 6. Just now we have completed now. So in this, without applying the operation, yes, R1 or row operation or column operation, by going to expand this to the R1, you will get the A cube. Otherwise, if you are applying the operation for this, okay, without expanding here, by applying the operation, also we will get A cube. Yes. Now see here, first we have to take the LHS and it is a very important for 4 marks. Okay. So how I will do the solution for this means, first our target, what is our target? First I am going to say in this, what I am going to say for this question to get the solution. Okay. So first advanced I will give the explanation for this. This is the determinant to get the RHS is A cube. So how will we get the A cube means first 1, 2, 3. These 3 places we have to make a 0. This is our target, remember. Once again I am going to say 1, 2, 3. We have to make the 3 places 0. Whether we are applying the row operation or column operation. But we should get these 3 for 0. Yes? Next. Suppose if you got these 3 0, after that just multiply the diagonal elements. First we have to make these 3 places 0. After that we have to multiply these 3 elements. When? Not now. When sir, after applying the operations, if you got these 3 places are 0, then whatever the elements you are applying in the diagonal, then you have to multiply all the elements in the diagonal. Whatever the result will be, definitely the result is what RHS. Yes, now we can start. Okay, see here, this is the R1, this is the R2, this is nothing but what? R3. Yes? Next, I am going to start the operation. First, my target is to make this place as a 0. Actually, this is the element present in which? In R2. Yes or no? To make this place as a 0, definitely we have to use this element. Remember? To make this element as a 0, definitely we have to use this element. But there is only A and there is a having 2A. Whether 2A is equal to minus A, whether you are going to say 0? Yes, it is possible. No, it is not equal to 0. You will get actually here what? A. 2A minus A is what? A. So how we can make to get this as a 0? Means, remember, this is the R1, this is the R2. From where we are doing the operation? In which row we are doing the operation? In R2. So immediately we have to write here R2 tends to. Remember how I am going to apply the operation. This is a very important, sir. R2 tends to. Yes? R2 tends to. Where we are doing the operation, we have to write the address here first. R2 tends to. Sir, how we are doing the operation? R2, we are writing R2 minus R1. R2 minus R1. But if you are writing R2 minus R1, whether we are getting the result is 0, our target is to get 0 or not? Yes, we are not having the 0. Sir, what we can do? Just to multiply this 2 for the R1. Because of 2A minus the multiplying with the 2 for the R1, you will get here 3 or not? If we got this, if we are applying these two corresponding elements in R1 R2, they are equal, only if we get the result is 0. So that's why I will write here R2 minus 2 into what? R1. Remember. R2 minus 2 into R1. Yes? So now I will apply this operation. See whether we are doing any operation for R1? No sir, we are not doing. So on that time we have written as usual. First A, again what? A plus B, again what? A plus B plus C. Yes. Next one is, we are doing the operation for which part? For R2. Yes. So now we will see here. R2 is what? Just you people have to observe how I am going to write. Yes. R2 is what? 2A. Then after the corresponding places here. Okay. 2A minus 2 into R1. Okay, we are multiplying with 2 for whom? R1. 2 into R1. This is the R1 or not? Multiplying with 2 for A. Completed this one. Again, taking the second element. Similarly, we are doing yes. See, R2. This is the R2. I will write 3A plus 2B. Yes, sir. Minus 2 into R1. Again, this is the R1. Corresponding to this element is this one. Multiply with 2. And multiply with minus also. Minus 2A. Yes or no? Minus 2B. Got it? Next one is last one. R2 again see here. R2. So just I will write here this one. R2. What is R2? Actually that is 4A plus 3B plus 2C. Yes? Minus. Yes sir, minus. 2 into R1. For whom we are multiplying with 2? For R1. Yes. For this total element we are going to multiply with 2. Also we will make the multiplication with minus 4 not. So minus 2A. Yes or no? Minus 2a. Again what? Minus 2b. Again what? Minus 2c. Yes sir? Got concept here? How I am going to apply the operation? Yes, R2 tends to R2 minus 2 into R1. Again I am writing the result. Whatever the result we are having here, we are applying the operation, that should be written in the R2 only. Yes. Next. Now we are not doing any operation for R3, so directly we can write whatever the R3 is there. 3a. Next. 6a plus 3b. Yes. Next one is what? 10a plus 6b plus 3c. Yes. Next one, see here, 2a minus 2a gets cancelled, we will get 0. Next one, in this minus 2b plus 2b gets cancelled. Yes sir. Again, plus 2c minus 2c gets cancelled. Whatever the result is having, just having delta is. See, this is a delta, no problem. If you are not going to say anything, also no problem. Yes. So delta is equal to, now see, a. Now I will write the first row. First row is a plus b. Next one is what? A plus b plus c. Yes. Next I will write R. R is 0. Let's see here. 3a minus 2a is what? A only. Next one is what? 4a minus 2a. Observe here. 4a minus 2a is what? 2a. Next 3b minus 2b. We got here what? Plus b. Yes or no? Having any doubt in this? No. Yes. Again R3. We have read the R3 as but again I am going to apply the operation to do this as a 0. We have completed the R2. Yes, we got the 0 or not. See, now our target is we have to make this place as a 0. Sir, how we can make this place as a 0? Means again I am writing the operation here. Just I will write the operation here only. See, R3 tends to, yes, we are doing the operation which row? Third row. That's why I am writing the orders for that. R3 tends to. Sir, just we have to observe these two elements. This is the 3a, this is the a or not. Suppose we are doing R3 minus R1. R3 is 3a, R1 is a. Whether this is equal to 0, but our target is to get 0 or not? No sir, actually we are getting this is 3a. Yes? To get this place as a 0, this total result as a 0, sir, definitely it should be a 3a. It should be a 3a is nothing but in place of R1 we have to multiply what? 3. Yes or no? So that's why, see here, I am going to write R3 minus that what? R3 minus 3 into R1. So now we can apply the operation for R3. See, whatever the operation we have applied in the R2, in the similar manner we are going to apply the operation for the R3. Yes? See here, just I will write R3 minus 3 into R1. Okay? See, 3a. Yes or no? 3a minus 3 into R1. This is the 3a minus 3. I will write 3a minus 3 into R1. R1 is actually what? A. So 3a. Yes, completed first one. And see the second element. This is the second element or not? 6a. First we have write R3 plus 3 into b. Completed now? So then minus multiply with 3 for R1. This is the R1. So minus 3a. Again what? Minus 3. Completed now? Minus 3a minus 3. Yes? Then the last one is, see the last one. Before that we have write R3. Yes, we are writing R3. First I am going to write the R3 here. R3 is actually what? 10. Here what? 10a. Yes or no? Yes. See here. Just I wrote the 10 here. Yes or no? 10a plus 10a plus. Next one is what? 6b. Next one is what? 3c. Completed now? After writing this, minus 3 into R1. So multiply with, see here, this is the R1. Yes or no? Corresponding to this, which element is having just you have to observe there. Okay? 3 into R1. We are writing. Okay? Multiply with 3 for R1. Again with minus also. So that is a minus 3a minus 3b minus 3c. Yes or no? Completed now? So then determinant is equal to, first way again as usual. Yes sir. And second way is again as usual. We are not applying any operations, means you have to write directly that. Yes. For which one we are applying the operation, we have to say alert. So 3a minus 3 gets cancelled. Result is what again? 0. So see here, 6a minus 3a we got the 3a. Then 3b minus 3b gets cancelled. Yes sir. Then 10a, see here, 10a minus 3a. That should be what? 7. Again, 6b minus 3b will be equal to 3b and 3c will be cancelled. Sir, two places we have to get a 0. See here, our target is 1, 2 places we got the 0. Now what is our target? Again, we should get this place as 0. This place we should get 0 in this. This is the element present in R2 or R3? Sir, R3. Means immediately we have to write here R3 tends to. Sir, when we are doing the operation, so first we have to write that. Yes? R3 tends to. Yes, sir. So what we have to do? We have to do this place as a 0. Remember one thing, if we are going to make this place as a 0, definitely we have to use R2. Remember, we are not using the R1. Why we are not using the R1 means these places are two places already we got the 0. 0 minus 0, again we get 0. Suppose if you are applying, if you are using the R1, so it is 0 minus C, again it will get the minus C. Okay? So actually this place also 0 or not? Yes, that's why. Remember, we are using only to make this place as a 0, definitely we have to use what? R2 only. Yes? See here, I will write, this is the, suppose we are writing R3 minus R2. Whether equal to 0 this place, 3a minus again a or not? So not equal to 0. So how we have to write it? So we have to multiply with 3 for R2. Yes or no? Multiply with what? 3 for R2. Yes? So now I will write R3 minus 3 into R2. Yes or no? R3 minus 3 into R2. Yes. Next see here, the determinant will be A plus B and A plus B plus C and then 0, A and 2A plus B. And the last one is R3 minus 3 into R2. Yes, we have to observe these two places. 1, 2, 3 like this. Yes. Now R3 is 0. Yes sir, 0. R2 also 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Completed now? Next one is again R3 minus 3 into R2. R3 is again what here? R3 is here 3A minus multiply with 3 for R2, that is 3A. 3A minus 3. We got here what? 3A minus 3A. Completed now? Next last one. This is actually what? 7A. I will write. So totally I will write this total step here. Okay, just I will write. See, I am writing this total part here because of it is not sufficient to write here. That's why. Okay. See, R3 minus 3 into R2. R3 minus 3 into R2 means 0 minus 0. We got here 0. Yes. Next one is 3A minus 3 into 2. Means 3 into R2. That is what 3A minus 3. Yes, sir. Again, see here. This is the R3. Yes, sir. This is the R3. First, we will write R. 7a plus 3b, yes, minus multiply with the 3 for R2, this is the R2, see, multiply with 3 for R2, so minus 3 to the 6, yes, again 3b. Are you able to understand? Actually this is very important for 4 marks, remember that. So now, delta is equal to A, first row is as usual, no changes in the first row, and 0, second row is also as usual, sir. And 0 again. So 3a minus 3a we got here what? 0. Next one is 7a minus 6a we got a and 3 with again this one is multiplied with minus for this, yes or no? So minus 3 into R2. This total part is there what? Multiply with minus 3 into this total part minus 3 to the 6a again minus 3b. Yes or no? Minus 3b. Again these two gets cancelled. So plus 3b minus 3b. Again this gets cancelled. 3a minus 6a, we got a. Yes? Now observe here. What is our target? Our target is we have to make 1, 2, 3 places 0. Yes or no? To make these 3 places as a 0, then after having these 3 places 0, what I told, just multiply the diagonal element. Yes. Now after this, I will multiply the diagonal elements. These all of the diagonal elements are not. See here. A into A square into A is again what? A cube. This is our solution. This is what RHS or not? See once again. RHS is actually having what? A cube or not? So this is the very simple way we are doing the solution for this. But you people have to know the operation, how we are applying the operation, whether the row operation or column operation. Suppose he is giving the question, remember one thing. First, 1, 2, 3 places we have to make the 0. Yes. By making these three places perfectly zero, whatever the diagonal elements you are observing, just multiply the diagonal elements. That is our answer. Yes. So this is the part we have completed today. Okay. So in the next class we can continue the remaining examples. Thank you.